We're a S&P 500 dividend aristocrat. We have, so we've grown the dividend 28 years. I think our compounded annual shareholder return over that 28-year period is around 15%. So that puts us up there in that top echelon of REITs with respect to performance.
I'm here today with Michael Schall, President and CEO of Essex Property Trust. How are return to office patterns in the tech sector affecting Essex and its portfolio strategy?
The return to office is really helping us now. To explain that, I'd go back to early in the pandemic when a lot of the businesses were closed, having to do with travel, entertainment, all the restaurants, et cetera, were closed down. And at that point in time, when the big tech companies closed down, they began hiring remotely. So effectively telling their hirees to just stay put where they're located because their offices were closed. So with their offices reopening now, we're seeing both of those reverse. So we're seeing the tech workers come back to the home office or closer to the home office, and the other workers, the leisure hospitality workers and other service jobs also come back. So the migration trends have really helped us more recently, and it's really driven job growth as well. Job growth now well above the U.S. average on the West Coast.
What is the outlook for supply growth in Essex markets, and what factors are having the most impact in shaping supply?
Yes, supply also was impacted by the pandemic. Early in the pandemic, when we had that exodus amid severe lockdowns from the government, we saw apartment supply development deals effectively delayed or put on hold for a prolonged period of time. And as a result of that, when we look at deliveries in the near term, there are fewer of them. And so we believe that supply will go down in our portfolio around 15% overall. And the biggest component of that is a 54% drop in supply in Northern California. So California doesn't produce enough housing, and it's been known to have chronic housing shortages. And so we expect that those conditions won't change over the next couple of years.
As you speak to investors, what do you cite as the top 3 reasons to invest in Essex today?
First I would say is the recovery from the whole pandemic era. So we lost a lot of jobs and now are in a recovery mode. We've seen great rent growth this year. Our new lease rates are up about 20% year over year at this point in time, which is obviously a big move. And so I think we're in full swing with respect to the recovery on the West Coast. Second, because of the return to office and the movement of jobs, we're seeing job growth well above the U.S. average. So the demand side of the equation is very strong. And as I noted earlier, the supply side of the equation is also benefiting the company. So that supply-demand balance is in good order. And then finally, I would look to the track record of the company. We're a S&P 500 dividend aristocrat. We have, so we've grown the dividend 28 years. I think our compounded annual shareholder return over that 28-year period is around 15%. So that puts us up there in that top echelon of REITs with respect to performance. So those would be my 3 reasons.